Miss Hale here at Eno, and I'm so excited to spend some time with you all this morning for your ELA lesson. Okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at some important vocabulary words that are going to be in the next story we're going to read. And we're going to use some of those words to make connections to things we already know, and maybe even be able to try to guess what the story is about. Okay? So, I want you to repeat after me. I can learn new words and use them to predict what the story is about. Now we said a word in there, predict. Who knows what that word means? Does anybody know what predict means? Does anybody know what that word means? That word means to make a guess. Do you know what a guess is?
Yes.
What's a guess? Tell me what a guess is.
You're thinking of something and thinking if it's right.
Right, you're trying to guess. So we're going to learn some new words and try to use those words to help us guess or predict what the story is about that we're going to read today. Okay? Alrighty. So, the question that we want to answer today is, why is it important to do my best and get along with others? So repeat after me. Why is it important to do my best and get along with others? Okay, so why do you think that is important? Is it important that we get along with other people?
Yes.
Why, who can tell me? Raise your hand. Who can tell me? Why is it important to get along with others?
Because you need to be nice and make friends.
You need to be nice and make friends. Okay, what else?
You might feel lonely if you don't have any friends, so try to make some.
Right, you need to try to make some, and in order to do that, if we want to make friends, we have to get along, right? Emmy? What do you think? Why is it important to get along with others?
Because you can make fun and say, "Can I be your friend?"
That's right.
Me and Leia, we met in kindergarten.
You did? So you've known each other for a long time already, right? Yes.
Me and Alex.
You and Alex are friends? Excellent. Yes, ma'am.
Me and Rowan.
Okay, very good. So, did you have something you wanted to say?
No, I'm the second.
Oh, okay. All right. So sometimes stories teach us how our actions grow. What does it mean to grow?
It means if you eat healthy food, you can grow.
You can grow, and when we talk about people or when we talk about our bodies, if we get healthy, we grow up and get tall, right? So we're not talking about just growing people, or like, what else grows?
Grow people, plants.
People grow up, right? They get tall.
That is plants, animals.
Who said it? I heard it.
Plants.
Plants, yes. We talk about plants growing in a garden, right?
Yep.
But our friendships, you guys were talking about friendships a moment ago, right? So our friendships can grow too, right? Because the longer we know somebody, right, and we get along with them, our friendships can grow. So before we read, we're going to learn some important words, right, to help us be able to read and understand the story and guess or predict what the story's about. So let's look at our words. So the first word we have is a seed. Can you repeat after me and say seed?
Seed.
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 Okay? Who can tell me what a seed is? What's a seed? Yes, ma'am. What's a seed?
It's things that it's seeds that can make your
Seeds can make your plant grow, okay?
Like sunflower seeds that you could eat.
You can also eat some kind of seeds. That's very true. Very good. Yes.
There are flowers inside the seeds.
Right, and what do those flowers do? What do we do to the
grow.
seeds? But before they grow, what do we have to do to them?
Water.
You
gotta
Water them?
gotta dig it in the thing.
Right, just like in this picture, you see how we have this pot with some soil, some dirt in there, and we have to do what to that seed?
We need to dig it under.
Right, you have to plant the seed. We have to dig up the soil
and
bury it and plant it, and then we add the water. Yes, ma'am.
My uncle, he eats flower seeds.
He does? Yeah, they can be yummy sometimes. So this person is planting a seed in the garden. So if I have my pot and I dig out my dirt or my soil, I put my seeds in and I cover them up, right?
And you have to put water in there and make it grow.
You have to put water and you also need sunshine.
You gotta
usually
put
to
some
make it grow.
outside. You gotta put outside.
You got to put it outside.
So we can.
So let's think about the size of our seeds. Our seeds can they be big or are they small?
Big.
Are seeds big like this, and we plant big seeds that look like this? No. Usually they're smaller. Now, there are some seeds that are bigger than others, but for the most part, seeds are kind of small, right? When we get ready to plant them.
Apples too.
Yeah, apples have seeds in them. They absolutely do. So, a seed, pumpkins have seeds. Yes, they do. Watermelon has seeds. Absolutely.
And apple have seeds.
Apples, yes.
Oranges sometimes.
Yes, they do. So a seed is a small, hard part of a plant. And out of that seed grows a new plant, right? When we plant them in the garden. So the next word we have is short. Repeat after me, please. Short. Short. Now, what is short? What does short mean?
It means you're like tiny.
It means you're tiny if you're a person, if you're short. But in this sense, we're not talking about the size of a person.
Or like the early. Or like the little
Yes, that's more what we're going for. The early release day is short. So what we're talking about here is a short amount of time, right? Which means a small amount of time.
Like a baby is short.
Yes, but we're talking about time. So today, listen, today is a short day. So we are at school a short amount of time compared to a regular school day, right?
Yeah.
So do we see anything around the classroom that's short? If we talk about size, what's something that's short? Or you're short. Okay, you guys are short.
She's short.
Yes. What do you see that's short?
Short.
I need everybody with their listening ears on. One at a time so I can hear.
It takes a long time to grow a flower.
It does take a long time to grow a flower, but we're talking about a short amount of time. Yes.
Paper.
Paper.
No.
Is this short? Is it small?
No. It is flat.
It's flat, but we're talking about short. Short.
She's short.
Is our elf Sparkle short? Yes, she is. She is tiny. She is short. Very good. So now we're going to talk about this next word. This next word, I want you to listen as I say it. Heap. Repeat after me, please. Heap.
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 Very good. Now, a heap means a whole lot of something.
Like a whole.
So in this case, yes, this is a heap of clothes. It's a whole lot of clothes sitting there. You know when you do laundry at home, you get that big old pile of clothes out. That's a heap of clothes.
That's a heap of shoes.
Do you have a heap of shoes in your closet?
I have a little box thing.
You have a heap of shoes, don't you? So you can also talk about when you have food and you put like a whole bunch of something on your plate. Like how many of you like homemade macaroni and cheese? That's my favorite. So on Thanksgiving, guess what? I ate a whole heap of macaroni and cheese. Or you can have a whole heap of mashed potatoes.
Oh, yay.
You like mashed potatoes? Yeah.
I
I want you guys to look around. Do we have a heap of anything in here? I see a heap of something. Emmy, what do we have? Yes.
Stuffy.
We have a heap of stuffies. Look at the heap of stuffies over there.
Heap of book bags.
We have a heap of book bags. What else do we have?
We have a heap of books.
A heap of books.
A heap of desks.
We certainly do. What do we have a heap of?
A heap of
Yes, absolutely. A heap of backpacks. Yes, ma'am.
Heap of chairs.
A heap of chairs.
Oh!
But they're not exactly in a heap. In order to be a heap, they got to be piled on top of each other.
Like stuffy.
See, like those stuffies over there are piled on top of each other. People at the door.
No, people at the door.
It could be a heap of people at the door, I guess, if there are a lot of them. Oh, on the floor. Yes. On the floor. There's a heap of you all.
A heap of those. Like a heap of crayons.
Of crayons. Could be. Yes.
A heap of that stuff over there.
Yeah, Miss Hale's got a whole heap of stuff over there. We don't know what all that is, but that's definitely a heap. All right. Let's look at our next word. Repeat this word after me. Ooh,
It's coming.
There we go. Trouble.
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 I bet we've heard that word before. Have we heard the word trouble before?
Like you're in trouble.
Like you're in trouble.
Like the game trouble?
That is a game, but that's not quite the context we're looking for here. Right, she's got some trouble here because she's trying to get those cookies and she cannot reach them. So when we have trouble, that usually means we have some sort of problem or something that is hard to fix.
Like like if she breaks the goods, like so the gifts. Like I have gifts at home.
Right, and then so the Grinch got in some trouble, huh? Because he stole those gifts?
Yeah.
So tell me this then. Is trouble usually a good thing or is it a bad thing?
A bad thing.
Yeah, it's not usually a good thing, is it? So we want to try to stay away from trouble, right? Because trouble is a problem.
I have a cat that named Trouble.
All right, this next word, I know you guys know what this one is. Repeat after me. Fruits.
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 So
I don't understand. They're just washing plates.
they're washing. So yeah, let's figure that out. Why are we talking about washing plates and fruits? What is that? What does that have to do with anything? When we think about fruit, what do we usually think about?
Yummy fruit.
Yummy fruit, like we eat, right? But in this case, fruits are different. We're not talking about food. Did you know fruits can have another meaning besides something that you eat?
But they're just washing plates.
They're just washing plates. So let's figure out what the context is, what the connection is. So when we talk about a fruit of something, the fruits of something are the good things that come from it, right? So, for example, we were talking about being nice to other people earlier, right? And how important that is. So the fruit of being nice to somebody means you get a friend, right? Remember we talk about if you're nice to people?
Like my friend.
Right. We were talking about,
Yep.
we talked about a while ago, if you're nice to people, you get a friend, right? So that's, the friend is the fruit of you being nice to people. So let's go back to Amelia's point. They're just washing dishes. So the fruit of them washing dishes.
Are they just gonna eat the plate like this?
No, we're not talking about eating. What would be a fruit of them washing the dishes? What would that mean? What would they gain out of that? The good thing that comes from washing the dishes. Yes.
They're washing the dishes because they just had fruit?
No, has nothing to do with the food. We're not talking about food.
We're talking about fruit. So the plates are clean so people can eat on them.
Right. So the fruit of them washing the plates is so that the plates are clean and the kitchen is clean and we can reuse the plates. That's the good thing that came from washing the dishes. Another good thing that could come from washing the dishes, I think this young boy is washing the dishes with his dad, right? So the good thing, the fruit, the good thing coming from washing the dishes is that they get to spend time together. So when you have a fruit of something, it means something good that's coming out of it. So if you study for your next quiz that Miss Hale is going to give you,
What?
I'm not saying it's going to be now, but when you study for a quiz, what is the fruit of studying for that quiz, or the good thing that comes from it? Yes? No? What is the good thing that comes from studying? What is the fruit of it? Yes?
That you can learn.
You learn and you make do you make a good grade or a bad grade?
A good grade.
A good grade. That is the fruit of your studying.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, Amelia?
How do you know my name?
Because Miss Perez is smart.
Her name is Amelia.
Well, her mom calls her Emmy. So the name of the story that we're going to read that has all these words in it is called If You Plant a Seed. Repeat after me. If you plant. I said after me. Let's try again. If you plant a seed. All right, let's do it all together. Can you do it with me? If you plant a seed. Very good. All right, so now let's take a look. This is the cover of the book. The author is Kadir Nelson. Can everybody say Kadir Nelson? Okay, so that's the name of the person who wrote this story. And we have, what is this? A rabbit. And what is this? A mouse. Let's keep our hands to ourselves. And what is this thing right here?
A plant.
A plant.
They're watching it grow.
You think they're watching it grow? Is that what you think? So as we read the story, I want you to think about how the story is related to you or some kind of experience you've had in your life. I want you to think about how this story might be like another story you've already read. And I also want you to think about how this story might be like something that happened in the community, right? So I want you to first think of how the story reminds you of something that happened to you in your life, okay? An experience you've had. I want you to think about how the story is like another story you've read. And I want you to think about how this story might be like something you've seen happen in the community. So, you know how we talk about stories have different genres? Have you heard that word before, genre? Genre is a fancy word that means the type of story. Okay? Now, the type of story that this is, if you plant a seed that we're going to read today, is called a fantasy. Can you say fantasy? Fantasy. Now, what is a fantasy? How many of you have heard, you guys have heard fantasy stories your whole life. How many of you have heard of Cinderella? How about Sleeping Beauty? The Little Mermaid?
Oh, the little white mermaid? Okay, which one?
Both of them. Both of them.
Both.
What about other Disney stories you may have heard of?
I read everybody.
Toy Story.
Toy Story, yes.
Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch. So all of those things are fantasy. And the reason those are called fantasy is because things happen that in real life couldn't really happen. So for example, like when animals act like people, that couldn't, like in Toy Story, you know how the toys talk?
Yeah.
That couldn't happen in real life.
That's not real.
That's not real, so that's fantasy, right? And a lot of times in the fantasy, the story is trying to teach us a lesson. right? A lesson about life, like maybe we need to, do you all know the story of Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah.
No.
What happened to Sleeping Beauty?
She fell asleep and then someone went to help her.
Right, well, she fell asleep because she pricked her finger on a needle. So what do you think that lesson is trying to tell us?
Not to put your finger on a needle.
Not to put your finger on a needle. That's the lesson, right? So fantasy tries to teach us a lesson. Things happen that couldn't happen in real life, like the toys talking, like in Toy Story. And it helps us understand a lesson usually, right? So this story, if you plant a seed, is a fantasy. So more than likely, we're going to have maybe some animals who talk and act like people, because that couldn't happen in real life. And maybe this story might teach us a lesson of some kind. So I want you to think about what lesson, based on what you see here, what lesson we think this story might tell us. So I want you to take a look at our power words. These are the words that we just went over a while ago. Now our power words, a lot of times if we see them in the story, they might be in a bold print or a different color, or they might look different. What does that mean when we see words like that in a story?
It's important.
It's important, right? Great job. So if you see words that look different in the story, that means those words are important and those words are going to help us understand the story. So let's go over our power words one more time. Repeat after me. Seed.
Seed.
Short.
Short.
Heap.
Heap.
Trouble.
Trouble.
Fruits.
Fruit.
Okay, so these are the words that are important words from the story. So I want you to think about how this story is like things that have happened to you in your real life and in other stories that you've heard. Ladies, I ask you to keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Thank you. And so now what I'd like for you to do, friends, when I count to 3, I want you to quietly and slowly, did I count yet? No. Move back to your seat. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Quietly. Back to your seats. Back to your seats. And I am going to give you a piece of paper. Yeah. Everybody's going to get a piece of paper. It's a light color because we want to be sure we can see. And I need for you to find a pencil or writing utensil.
Pencil or writing utensil?
Yes, you're going to need a pencil.
Pencil? I'm in white.
We all have different colors. It doesn't matter what color you have.
I like pink better. Well, I just got white.
Okay. Friends, I need for you to get a pencil and come have a seat.
Yellow.
Does everybody have a pencil?
Yeah.
Does anyone need a pencil? If you need a pencil, raise your hand. Okay, great. So what I'd like for you to do, this is our story, right? This is the cover of our story. I want you to look at the cover and think about the title, If You Plant a Seed. And I want you to draw me a picture of what you think this story is going to be about. I want you to predict. Remember that word we talked about? I can predict what the story is about. Think about the words we learned, our power words, and look at what the cover is showing us. Look at the picture is showing us. If you plant a seed, what do you think this story is going to be about? I want you to draw me a picture.
Oh.
Draw me a picture
Right now?
right now.
I just labeled D-O-G.
Draw me a picture of what you think this story
Labeled dog.
is going to be about. Start. Draw me a picture of what you think this story is going to be about.
Can we pick color?